Here we're asked to factor completely. Now, when we go through this, there's lots of options on what we can use. The thing that I always like to start with is to check for any greatest common, that's supposed to be C, greatest common factor. Then I look at how many terms there are and kind of figure out where to go from there. When I look at this first one, it doesn't look like 9 or 16 have any common factors. So now I just look for, hey, the fact that there are two terms, that means I want to look through some of my equations to help me, meaning difference of squares, difference of cubes, or sum of cubes. In this one, I can see that 9x to the power 4 is just 3x squared times 3x squared, and 16 is just 4 times 4, which means I can kind of just throw this into my difference of squares equation, 3x squared plus 4, and 3x squared minus 4. Just a reminder that if you're ever not sure if your answer is correct, you can always just throw it back in the box to double check here. So we would put 3x squared and 4, 3x squared and negative 4, 9x to the power 4, 12x squared, negative 12x squared, and 16, negative 12x squared and 12x squared. And we see that we get back to this here. So, okay, next one to factor. First thing I'm going to do is check for the greatest common factor, in which case there is. 3 goes into both of these, which I factor out. And then this just gives me x squared minus 16, which now this also is a difference of squares because this becomes x times x. This is 4 times 4, which means that I can break it up into x plus 4 and x minus 4. Make sure that if you pull out a greatest common factor, it remains to keep your answer right in the end. Next one doesn't look like it's got a greatest common factor. Looks like there's 4 terms. So with 4 terms, I know that I have this option to try with a box here and throw all these in the box and hope that we can factor something out. It may not always work, but it's worth a try. And so when I go through this one here, it looks like negative 7 x squared, 8x, and positive 7. So now this, we know it factors to x squared plus 7 and 8x minus 7. And the proof is right there in that box, because if I tried to multiply it back together, it would literally look exactly like that. And the last one in this video here we're going to look at, we see that there are 3 terms. So first I check for greatest common factor. That doesn't work out. So next let's try the diamond and box. So when we do this, I multiply the first and the last term to get 36x squared. Looking for 2 things that add to the top. Nope. Multiply to the top and add to the bottom, which would be 6x and 6x. Now I can throw that in the box. First term goes in the first box. Last term goes in the last box. Middle term here, I split up into 2 pieces, which were 6x and 6x. And now I factor out and see that this is just 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3, which I could also write as 2x plus 3 squared. I'd take either of these answers, really. It doesn't matter to me too much right now, but both of those look good.